anyone who thinks to themselves, man, I wish I could draw people, well, I'm here to tell you, you can. Hey there, my name is Leslie, and welcome to my channel. When I was younger, I always told people, yeah, I could draw, but I can't draw people. In fact, I hated it. Until one day, in college, that all changed. I had a professor who taught me a technique, and it changed my love of drawing people forever. I'm here today to share that technique with you. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not an expert, but from someone who never drew people and hated to draw people, this is a huge improvement. Okay, so for today, you will need some paper and something to draw with, like pencils or charcoal. I will be using charcoal paper along with charcoal. If you are new to drawing with charcoal or drawing with any type of graphite or charcoal, you will notice that on the pencils themselves, there are letters and numbers. You'll see B and H. B means soft, H means hard. The higher the number with the B means the softer the lead. The higher the number with an H, the harder the lead. Today, you will also see me using the Towbow eraser. This is a lifesaver for me when I am using charcoal. Something else that I typically use, but for some reason could not find in my house, is a blender tool. I could not find mine anywhere, so I had to make a makeshift one for today, and I also use my fingers. All right, let's get started. First, you need to choose a subject. As you can see, I chose Taylor Swift. I searched for a photo of her face and saved it to my desktop. Now, for the technique, this was a little tricky to figure out because when I was in school, my professor used a projector to do this. Yep, that's how old I am. But after some research, I learned how to do it in CapCut. I imported the photo, changed it to black and white using the saturation slide, and then I used the effect blur. On the right side, I changed the blur to 100%, as blurry as I could get it. Here's where you begin. Draw what you see. That's right, you heard me. Draw what you see. Make a big ol' mess. This picture is not clear, so nothing you draw right now should be clear. It should all be blurry. When you think you're done drawing all of the blur, go back to the picture and bring it a little more into focus. I brought it in by 20% each time. So I went from 100 to 80 and so on, all the way until it was finally into focus. The idea is that you'll bring the picture more and more into focus, drawing what you see each time until you're in focus. So change it to 80, draw what you see. Change it to 60, draw what you see. Change it to 40, draw what you see. Now, here's where I need to confess. I forgot to hit record while I was drawing. And this was my 4th attempt at this video. So I'm sorry to say you don't see me drawing along until I get to this point, which is the 20% blur point. But this is only my first video in this series. I promise that I will make sure my camera is on from the beginning next time. So here is where I begin my video. As you can see, I already have what I saw at 180, 60, and 40. But I will tell you that I spend most of my time fixing my drawing in the 20% and full focus part of the picture, because that's when you can really see the details. So I really spend the time working on those parts. Also, as the drawing goes along, I change my charcoal pencil. I started off with a very soft pencil in the beginning with a 6B. I then switched it to a 4B. And right about now is when I switch over to a 2B. And then once I get to the full focus, I will switch over to the HB. Here I am fixing it from 20% blur to 100% in focus, 0% blur. I'm telling you that eraser tool is a savior. Also, teeth are something that can really start looking very pumpkinish if you don't do it correctly. And so I toyed with the mouth a lot. Taylor Swift has a very unique mouth, and it's very recognizable. So I go back and forth to her mouth multiple times because I just felt like I was not getting it right. It never looked like it was wide enough. The teeth always looked kind of funny. In the end, you'll see it was okay. It's still not perfect. And honestly, let's be real, the whole picture is not perfect. Is it recognizable? Yes, you can tell that it's Taylor Swift, but I am not a professional. I am just sharing with you a technique that I learned when I was in college. Also, this is a long process. Don't think that this is going to take you like 20 minutes to do. It is a long process. It might take you a couple of hours. So take a seat and plan. Plan ahead. Plan to be sitting there for at least 2 hours. Sometimes I have to walk away. I might even have to leave it for a day and come back, and that's okay. It's okay if you need to walk away from your art and come back the next day. I told you this was the 4th attempt at me making this video. That's because I did 3 drawings prior to this one, and every time I drew it, I did not like it. So it's okay to do it more than once. It's okay to leave it and come back. It's actually great to leave it and come back because you'll actually be able to see it with fresh eyes and see what you need to fix. As you can see here, I'm actually going in with the white charcoal pencil and just adding some extra highlights and texture. All right, here it is. You will get very dirty when you are using charcoal. I really hope that this helped you. I would love to see if you attempt to draw anyone, Taylor Swift, or really anyone with using this technique. And if you do, please share it with me. I would love to see it, and I really hope that this helped. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.